welcome to our local non-league, and of course joining me as usual was in an after game chat. Of course, he's the living legend himself, Mr. Andy Leese. And Andy, bad day at the office?
You could say that. That's putting it mildly, Dave. Yeah, incredibly bad day. Yeah, never in the game from the first minute to the last. Take nothing away from Chesham. They just came and played how they play every week and didn't have to do anything particular. We pretty much gave them whatever they wanted to get. But as you know, I wasn't at Canvey Island, but that ranks in my time here one of the most disrespectful, disgraceful performances from a team under my management in the long time that I've been in the game, Dave. Yeah.
I mean, on that, I mean, can you even put your finger on what went wrong?
Not really, no. I mean, we didn't compete from the first minute to the last. We didn't play to any plan or pattern that we'd clearly spent, this week working on. And then I think, every player who's out there pretty much. I've told them, Dave, that I won't defend them after what they turned in today. But every player proceeded to, either make errors or, give the ball away, basically. We couldn't pass 5 yards. Our defending in any situation, whether it was set plays or in open play, was just woeful. And we offered no threat going the other way. I mean, we picked the same team that's been performing for us. We'd rested one or two individuals in the week to try and, after the sort of games we'd had. But we took us 65 minutes, I think, to have a strike on goal. I think we had one other beyond that, so it tells its own story, But I say Chesham didn't have to do anything different than they do every other week to beat us today, and they'd made 2 or 3 changes to their team, which it didn't matter. I mean, we've got a whole host of reasons why we did what we did, I think, but right now, it's hard to say put your finger on any or all of them, so close after the end of the game. But they've just been reminded in there of their responsibilities to themselves, to the management team, but most of all to the club and its supporters. We totally disrespected the club today, and the people who pay our wages with an absolutely shocking, disgraceful performance. You would have said walking in, I saw people walking out 20 minutes to go. I don't blame them. If any Enfield Town fan wants to come and ask me for a refund on their entry fee today, I'm personally happy to do that. And we just, we never lifted a finger all afternoon and put ourselves in, a very, very embarrassing situation.
Well, we've been doing these interviews now, for almost a year, and I don't think I've seen you this down after a game, mate.
No, probably not. And I guess across, my time here probably only happened a couple of times. I keep saying it like a broken record. I wasn't at Canvey Island, but I'm told that was as bad. So, the worrying thing is we look like we've got this kind of performance in us. But some just basics today that we couldn't do. And I say, for a team of mine to go out and show absolutely no fight, no bite, nothing. If you're not playing well, you still work hard. You still run around, and you're still putting it in. But we decided we weren't going to do that, and I shifted it round at half time, changed the shape completely. Could have made all 3 changes at half time. But it didn't change. I just said the players didn't change what we do. They came out and did exactly what they wanted to do, and not what we wanted them to do, not what we'd asked them to do, not how we'd worked in the week with things we wanted to do. And I say, fair play at Chesham. I'm not taking it away. They've won the game fair and square. But we just didn't. We just didn't turn up at all. And to say they've just had the riot act read to them. They've got a few home truths. They've got a bit of thinking to do, some of them.
And I say, as you just said, you've been in there for a period of time, probably what, 20 minutes to maybe even half an hour in there having a chat with the players. But I mean, how now, with a game so close with Bognor now on Tuesday, I mean, how close do you, how do you sort of turn that performance around? Is it something that you feel that the players will, like with the Canvey result, they bounce back? But it's a tough one to bounce back with, isn't it?
Whatever the players, we have to bounce. We have to, as a club, as a team, we have to bounce back. Whether that involves me using all those players on the bench today or players that I've got out elsewhere, I'll make that decision, between now and Tuesday. What the players have to do is go and reflect on what's been said to them, reflect on the performance, reflect on what they need to do now to prepare themselves mentally and physically for Tuesday night, and above all else, they have to go into the clubhouse and face the fans, and they need to be dishing out some apologies, and they can do them in any order they like. They can start with the chairman and the board, and they can with the supporters. Everybody has a stake in this football club, so they've got a bit to do as well, and I say they've got to go and look after themselves. I feel there were one or two today that didn't look quite right physically, so and I understand the last 15 or 20 when we were stretched with 10 men, I get that. Maybe we did look a bit tired, a bit leggy in there, but yeah, there's an awful lot of people got to go home and do an awful lot of things, but it rests squarely with me. I will reflect on it as well. Wake up tomorrow and hopefully, as I normally do, by the middle of tomorrow I'll have an idea of what's gone wrong and what we need to do. But yeah, rest assured, we've got to go and perform another 100% better than we did today in the league now, starting on Tuesday night with Bognor. But it won't take away the fact that I can't remember a season where I've been a manager at this club or the other club that are out there today where we've been dumped out of the two national competitions pretty unceremoniously and almost without a fight, and that hurts like hell, and it's got to hurt that lot in there. And they'll not become bad players overnight, but there's something in the either the psychology or the physicality or what it is, that call it the mentality, maybe the ability to take a game plan on board. There's something in there that wasn't right today, that wasn't right in the FA Cup performance as well. And Maz has just said to them, that can't happen. We can't have that every, well, clearly we won't get it in the national competition now, but we can't have that every kind of 5 or 6 games. So yeah, there's an awful lot of thinking to do, Dave. It's one of those very dark times for a manager, I can assure you. Where you have to think really hard, really quickly, with games coming up, what's gone wrong and what's needed to be put right. But I can't believe that the same players will come in and could put in a performance as poor as they have done today.
I said, well, I have to ask you the question. I mean, your thoughts on the sending off?
Clearly deserved, yeah. I mean, Rian was in a position to defend him, and then he's got tangled and let him beat him, and then he knows what he's doing. I mean, I've no issue with it. He's put himself out of the game now. I do have an issue, and listen, the officials did not contribute to the outcome of the game today, but frankly, that's probably the worst set of officials we've seen down here. I thought Chesham's tactics of gamesmanship and spoiling the game and going down every opportunity in the second half from very early on, and the ref hasn't read it. There weren't head injuries, there weren't fouls as he kept alleging that he'd pulled it back for, and the assistants didn't help him either, and we've kind of got suckered into that really today. But listen, that's just me, sour grapes. I thought it was and I told the referee I thought it was I'm the official's biggest friend, and I tried to do that with the linesman first half. They haven't got a clue, they don't know who we are. Gets my name completely wrong and no homework when they have no idea what they're coming into today, and but listen, they did not affect the outcome of the game. I just thought poor performances, and we got suckered in, and yeah, Rian, yeah, I've got no issues with the sending off. I mean, he's killed himself now. He'll be out of the side, and he knows there's 2 or 3 defenders waiting in the wings to come in and play. But there you go.
Well, listen, mate, I really appreciate you fronting up today. It must have been difficult seeing me standing there waiting to do an interview with you today, but I really appreciate that. And listen, mate, we'll hope for a massive turnaround on Tuesday night.
Well, the hope doesn't come into today. They'll have to be, otherwise there will be some consequences, I'm sure. But yeah, appreciate the time.
No, mate. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.